Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. As the days for Young Justice Season 4 come closer, I thought it was about time we talk about what we want and predict for Season 4. The previous season introduced a bunch of new heroes and storylines, creating a need for discussion, so let's get into it. Okay, I'm gonna get this out of the way and say that we need to know what's happening with Wally West. At least a tease of his current location and what's he been up to. Seeing him appear as a hallucination or memories is great, but also a little annoying because I'd rather have him actually show up in the show. There's been a lot of theories about him so far, saying that he might be lost in the Speed Force, traveled to a different universe, or went to the future and encountered the Legion of superheroes. If I had to pick one theory, I would say that something involving the Legion would make the most sense, since they were shown at the end of Season 3, but either way I just can't wait to see what the writers choose to explain his disappearance. Although some may argue that the return of Wally West would undermine his death and the impact it left behind, but I would argue that we have already seen all the characters grieve and grow from his disappearance. Bart, Nightwing, Megan, and especially Artemis have all developed in different ways because of him. Speaking of the team, when Artemis discovers that her closest friends lied to her and created a fake final encounter with Wally, the reaction is gonna be something we'll all want to see. Although it was done with good intentions, it was still kind of messed up. Ironically, the people that the Justice League are trying to protect continue to make it more difficult for them to do their job. This is thanks to none other than the unfortunate meddling of Lex Luthor convincing the UN to put more restrictions on them. Although Lex has been caught and lost most of his direct political influence, the Justice League is still under the thumb of the will of politicians. It'll be interesting to see if this continues and how the new leadership of Black Lightning will affect the relationship between heroes and the government. Does he believe that heroes should value the rules of the government over protecting innocent civilians, or will he use the team to do some stealth hero work? The writers may be leaning to a League vs. Government arc, which would be cool to see as all the heroes become wanted and forced to work as vigilantes. We did see something similar to that in Justice League the Animated Series when Amanda Waller cloned some superpowered soldiers to attack the Watchtower. Jason Todd, one of the best messed up characters in the DC universe. After seeing the surprise appearance of Jason Todd in Season 3, it's only a matter of time when the Batman family discovers the truth and explode with emotions. Nightwing and Batman will likely be the ones that are hit the hardest with the news, as they knew him best. Nightwing was a mentor to Jason, while Batman was a father figure, and the pain of losing a student and son must have been devastating. From his appearance, it seemed that his memories were being suppressed, which brings up the question of how he'll recover those memories and transition to the Red Hood that we all love. Although the Red Hood may not be the classic portrayal of a hero, I've always found him likable since he was more grounded and understood that not every villain deserves a second chance. Will Batman be the one that takes on that responsibility, similar to the movies and comics, or will someone else take on that responsibility in the League or team? Either way, it seems like it's gonna be a really tragic story. The appearance of Supergirl. The moment I saw Superboy in episode 1, I was wondering when Supergirl would appear. If I had to guess, I wouldn't be surprised if she was introduced with the Legion of Heroes, since she does have a history with them in the comics and in the Justice League animated series. Introducing her through the Legion would help develop a connection between the future and the present, and avoid the reuse of an alien being lost in space crashing on Earth. It provides her with the time to become her own hero instead of following Superman's shadow. Although they could do something similar to Bart, being the grandson of the Flash, maybe they'll change the origin of Supergirl and make her a descendant of Clark or Connor. It would be funny to see Connor shocked that he has a daughter, just like Superman was when he uncovered Connor. As she's introduced, Connor may get feelings of weakness similar to Wally did, because he just can't perform to the same degree as Kryptonians. Also, speaking of the Legion, they wouldn't come in the past unless it was a crisis that is impossible for them to solve by themselves, or someone else is messing with the timeline, which we've already seen by Bart. For the first time in a superhero show, the families of superheroes were explored and a lot of them were introduced in Season 3. They were a button away from almost being killed by the brother of Aquaman and surprisingly saved by the League of Shadows. It's kind of crazy that a villain that most people forgot about could have done something so devastating to the heroes. Does any hero have a secret identity at this point? As there's going to be another time skip, it'll be interesting to see how the kids are growing up, if they're experiencing difficulty connecting with normal human society and how the parents react to that. It would definitely be cool if they teased one of the kids potentially going down the wrong road of becoming a villain, causing the dilemma of choosing between being a good parent and always putting your kids first or a good hero and protecting society from any threats. Villain reveals are one of the best parts of a superhero show, and we've seen some great ones such as Lex Luthor, Darkseid, and Vandal Savage to name a few. Great to see the villains of the Light Organization from Season 1 slowly being revealed throughout the series and a constant struggle with the heroes and eventually thwarted. But I think it's about time we put those guys to the side and bring some new blood in. Disregarding the relevance with the Legion, I would love to see the heroes face off against the Reverse Flash, Brainiac, and even the Red Lanterns. The Reverse Flash has the knowledge, intelligence, and power to fight against the whole League by himself. Also, with his time travel manipulation, he could be the reason the Legion appeared in the past. It would be pure evil if he takes advantage of Wally's disappearance and pretends to be him, which was a big thing in the comics. I'm not sure if Brainiac has been introduced in the Young Justice universe, but he would definitely be a galactic threat that would need every person on board, potentially even the villains to aid in his defeat. Finally, the Red Lanterns, one of the most savage villains in the universe. They always had the most interesting backstories and you never knew who was going to join their side. Thanks for watching my video. If you guys have any thoughts or opinions, leave them below and I'll love to read them.